Welcome back to Gossip Media for the latest in pop culture, fashion, music, celebrity gossip, entertainment news, and business highlights. Let's get to today's stories. Cardi B is crowned the second richest female rapper of all times with a net worth of $101.6 million, according to CEO Today. And guess what? She confirmed this on Twitter with a retweet saying, "And when the tour hits, shmoney." Now, this is an accomplishment because she only has one album that came out 7 years ago. She has not been in the industry for 10 years. She has gotten some of the most amazing brand deals. One of my personal favorite is the Whip Shots and being the creative director of Residence for Playboy. So for her to be the second richest female of all times, she did that. There's no arguing. She did it. Okay. Nicki Minaj is number one with a net worth of 190.5 million. And to be honest, I thought Nicki was like in the 350 going to the 400 million range. So that was a shocker for me. But Cardi B has never even toured before. So just imagine. I can completely see why people are saying that she has the potential to become the first female rapper billionaire. Because how did she do it? It was also reported that she signed a contract with Live Nation in February to go on tour this year. And she also has a deal with Revolve Group to launch her own fashion and beauty brand. So I just know those two things are going to be super successful, right? And her tour, it's going to be lit because Cardi B is a performer. That's one of her greatest strengths as an artist. She performs. Her outfits are always banging. Her stage is always looking nice. So I know that, that's going to be successful because people are going to go because they want to experience all of that, right? So to me, this is what you call move correctly. Not swiftly, but correctly. And I love this. It's very inspiring. Congratulations, Cardi B. Moving right along. Nicki Minaj was crowned by Billboard as the number one female rapper of all times, and I am not surprised because who else would be more deserving? Exactly. No one has done it like Nicki. She's been doing this for years and she's still relevant. She's still making hits. She's still the best-selling female rapper, the most skilled with an unmatched pen game. She's versatile. She has great flow, cadence, charisma, and an amazing fan base, right? So you have to give to Caesar what's due to Caesar. Her impact and influence is like no other. She completely changed the game when she entered. I remember buying that pink lipstick from MAC, walking around looking like a duck because of Nicki Minaj. Okay? Number two is Missy Elliott, and I can completely see it. Missy is deserving because Missy missied. Okay? These are the top 10. I don't know the impact of most of these women because I have not been around in their time. But growing up, I heard about Foxy, Kim, Eve, and Missy. I thought Eve should have been higher on the list because I love me some Eve. I also feel like Stefflon Don and Iggy Azalea should be on the list, but they aren't. Seeing Nicki at number one, I'm not surprised, but I was a little surprised to realize that she is the only girl from this era in the top 10. But let us know what you think down below. Moving right along. So Hazel did an interview with Tasha K where she addressed the rumors about Beyonce's twins. Let's take a listen.
This big hole, you're pregnant with twins, and then you had the twins. We saw a couple photos in the beginning, and it's just been complete silence on the twins from years. Then Rumi pop out. It's like, hold on. The way that she is with Blue Ivy now, and she's a Grammy Award-winning artist, like they critiqued her on her tour. Beyonce had her together by the second leg, like she got Blue Ivy together. They dragged Blue Ivy from the womb. People don't even think she had Blue Ivy. People think 100. People think her belly folded. They think that Jay-Z had off the mistress and had Beyonce be fake pregnant and have the mistress gave the baby and they killed the mistress, took blue ivy. Like there's so many conspiracies, right? Everybody wants her to say what it is. Like, let the people stop talking and just keep it 100. We love you regardless. It actually shows that even the most perfect person can have slightly imperfect perfect results. I don't know.
It's an adult conversation that you're having because children didn't ask to be here.
And my whole thing with them, like I saw a couple of the blogs saying like, oh, they're threatening legal action. You're at glasses. They threatened legal action with Ye. And my whole thing with that is like, and I'm not a lawyer and I don't know. And can you sue if they're telling the truth is my question.
No. However, I've seen things be done to where you can make things look like it ain't true. If you got doctors in your pocket and you pay a doctor, they can make test results and diagnosis look like what they're supposed to look like and put them in a record. Like when you have money and then you say, this is my doctor, your doctor send that over. It is what it is. Like, Island. Now they trying to say that he got his information on the twins from me. I said, leave me out of this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I heard, from a source that was close to the Carters what's going on with the twins, but like I ain't never really said nothing.
They've released a few photos, to be fair. Some photos have come out. Rumi did go to the Super Bowl. It's like I'm in the Beehive. I love Beehive. I love Beyonce. But based on like certain things that have come out, people are drawing conclusions about the twins. At a certain point, people thought the little boy was unalived, because they hadn't seen him in so long. There has been photos and things that come out, and people are drawing conclusions based upon recent appearances. Let's just keep it 100.
What are your conclusions?
I'm just saying, like, to be fair, like to be in social media world and the things that I've read, the comments that I've read is more so something along the line that there's some things the twins might have some kind of like issue, but the fans just want Beyonce to come out and tell the truth about what's going on with her children and be an advocate for whatever said issues might be, whatever it is. They just want her to come out and be a voice for it versus like trying to hide them, lock them in a room, act like they don't exist no more. You know what I'm saying? So that seems to be more so the tone, like it's assumptions of what's going on, but the people just feel like they want her to keep it 100. Like, and if there is something wrong, look at Alexa Sky, for example. Just seen a video with her today talking about her child and having cerebral palsy and how she wasn't born with it, but it's something that happened and she can get better with it. And she is not hiding Lele from the world. She's bringing light to it and their journey and showing that her child can still have a life, even though she has, some issues or whatever, but she's not like ashamed of it. And people actually respect and love her for being honest about the journey of what she's going with her kid. I feel like because it's Beyonce or whatever, the world wants her to acknowledge what's going on and be a voice as opposed to, making it like a secret and a guessing game. It's just a weird time. People are making kids in labs now. People is putting this together and that together and making this and putting it back in and putting it in another person. And it's just a lot going on with science and having kids. And I just don't know if everything's coming out like 100 no more.
So Hazel didn't really say much of what isn't already being said by the street regarding the twins and B's pregnancy, but she slightly confirmed what Kanye said about the twins being retarded. Tasha K even mentioned that she got some news on the twins, but she did not say anything, and clearly they both know something, right? The industry is small, so news spread like wildfire in the industry. So people who are connected to industry insiders know before us. Yes, they are kids and they are kids of famous parents, so they are going to be talked about whether negatively or positively. It comes with the fame. But I personally have never heard that rumor about the twins until Kanye said it. So I'm not sure if it's true or not, but based on what This conversation between Hazel and Tasha K, it is implying that there are some form of truth to what is being said. Hazel kept saying that the fans just want Beyonce to come out and clear things up about the twins or advocate for whatever it is that's going on with them. But why should she? I don't blame her because she didn't reveal anything regarding them. So what's there to clear up? According to Radar Online, down in the dumps hitmaker Justin Timberlake's poor me attitude is bumming out his wife Jessica Biel, who is desperate for him to bring his sexy back. Not only is the singer constantly moaning and groaning about his disastrous Forget Tomorrow World Tour and other woes, he's also looking like a washed up old man with an unkempt gray beard. And it's all a big downer for his wife, Jessica, who finds every Zoom call with him a major downer. He's just miserable on this tour. Every time they check in, he's a downbeat, an insider told us. She can't remember the last time he told her that she looked pretty. Our sources added, it's almost a relief when she can hang up. She's got an exciting movie working on with John Cena called The Matchbox that's taken her to exotic places like Budapest and Morocco. She loves hanging out with John, and Justin seems like a wimp in comparison, even though she'll never tell Justin that. After talking to Justin, she's happy to get back to work. The couple got married in 2012 and they share 2 children, Celia's 10 and Phineas 4. Insiders added that the two haven't been in sync since his DWI arrest and his plea to a lesser charge last summer. He's not the sexy, vibrant guy that she married. The intimacy just isn't there, and she's a little mad about that. It is also said that he is neglecting his hygiene, which his wife finds as a major turnoff. He used to be so fastidious about his appearance. He'd carry a comb with him everywhere and bathe twice a day. Now he's letting his hair and beard get unruly. Jessica doesn't think it's sexy, and she thinks it's sad and a pathetic cry for attention. But sources stress Biel hasn't lost hope. She still loves him and wants to make it work, but she needs him to get his act together. He needs to do something, our source said. They added, he could start by wiping that gloomy expression off his face. And a shower wouldn't hurt either, because right now the sparks just aren't there. I mean, for me, this is one of the good and the bads that comes with marriage. Your partner is not always gonna be, all that, but when they are not that, how do you support them? Like, as long as he's not having, it's not a mental disorder that's causing him to, be like this. If he's just having a down moment, just support him. He'll be fine. But they did say that she still loves him and she just wants him to get better, start doing things that he's used to doing. I think they will be fine. Cassie Ventura, P. Diddy's ex-girlfriend, will testify against him during his trial starting in May. Now, this is not a surprise because she did file a lawsuit against him in November 2023, accusing him of rape and abuse. Now, she endured years of abuse while standing by his side, letting him think he was the man, he's winning and unstoppable, all while learning, scheming, and plotting his downfall. She was seen as weak or docile, according to Gina Uck, one of Diddy's former mistresses, who did an interview with Tasha K, claiming that Diddy used to say that she's the bad one and Cassie is the good one. He was abusive to both women. But women will always bring men to their knees, whether expectedly or unexpectedly, and she was the chosen one to do so. She will testify against him for sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Cassie has been around Diddy for more than, 10 or 9 years? So if she is going to testify, his goose is cooked, right? There's no escaping, no penalties or anything because she witnessed everything. She knows him really well, and that is going to be the fall of Diddy, because she's going to be honest. Remember that when she filed the lawsuit, she revealed a lot of things, some of the most traumatic experiences I think a woman could have. It is not surprising. Next story. So, RT Boss did an interview with Jason Lee on Hollywood Unlocked to continue his smear campaign towards dancehall queen Spice and a mouth full of lies. He said that Spice had a secret affair with Safari, and that's a straight out lie. Everyone knows that they are just friends, and Spice is also friends with Nicki Minaj. Safari is patriotic to Jamaica, being that his parents are Jamaican, so he always highlights the culture and the people. Those who've known Spice know that she likes light-skinned men and men with locks. I remember a season on Love and Hip Hop when she saw Waka Flocka, and I think she made some comment that, she found him attractive. And then shortly after that, she met Justin, who looked so much like Waka. And she dated Justin for a while. Here's a picture of her kid's father so you can see her track record when it comes to men. So he also spoke about him building Spice's career off of Nicki Minaj's by telling her to wear blue hair. And let me just say, Spice has been out way before Nicki Minaj, and Spice has always been known to wear blue hair. After her incident in the Dominican Republic, she decided to wear blue more. Clearly, she has crossed paths with RT Boss because he has pictures and voice notes, of her. So that means at some point in time they were communicating. But he has made some despicable allegations against her and said some very mean things. And he keeps coming for her because, according to him, she was supposed to highlight him when she got into the level of success that she has now, and she did not do so. So basically, he wants to be famous, but he's not smart enough to know that this won't lead to anything good or sustainable. He said that he's responsible for her success, and I thought that was God's plan. However, RT Boss thinks he's the one that is responsible. But I know for a fact that she would have still been Spice, the queen of dancehall that we all know and love, whether or not she crossed paths with RT Boss. He said she's a former client and he only works with celebrities, but she is the only celebrity that he can name and attach himself to like a moth to a light. Why doesn't he hold the imaginary celebrities to the same standard and give them a shout out? Why only Spy? He has the most ridiculous pricing. I think he said 70 to 80,000 US per year, and he would read any celebrity daily or whenever they need a reading. You can tell that this man is just not smart. He is just bitter, angry, and clout chasing. I don't think he's smart enough to know that by him going about things this way, doing a smear campaign against his quote unquote client, shows how untrustworthy, unprofessional, ignorant, and bad for business he is. He doesn't know how to conduct himself in an interview or how to answer questions or not answer questions. And the same smear campaign will be his downfall, because no part of anyone smart would associate themselves with someone that's talking crap about a so-called client. Are you serious? No one will even book you just off of that. He even said when a client crosses him, that's when he goes out on a rant and spills their quote-unquote secret. Really? Clearly, he did not think about presenting himself in the interview to market himself. He didn't think about anything. He just wants to get some attention, and he is getting the attention, but it's not good attention and it won't be sustainable. Right? This is something he's gonna regret. He's just a hot mess. And I know he got featured because he paid for it, but I can tell that both Tasha K and Jason were like, WTF? He is ruining his reputation by being vitriolic, and that's exactly how it should go. He even predicted that Rihanna would drop an album this year. Really? But I was hoping that Spice and the other celebrities like Drake and Popcorn that he mentioned and talk about their sleeping together and all of that would actually file a lawsuit against him for defamation of character or send him a cease and desist. But sometimes you just have to let people sink their own ships, and that's plain. Let them think that they're doing harm to you when really they're doing it to themselves. But that's all for today's show, guys. I know my voice is not the best, but please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I have been seeing the love that you guys have been giving me. Thank you.